Hey guys, welcome back. Another episode today from the Ultimate EDC. Today we're going to be looking at the Spyderco Military. Always been a fan of this blade. Ton of blade in a very compact package. But before we get to the main review, let's get to the blades of the day. Now we're going to look at today's folder, and it is the Microtech Amphibian. Always been a fan of this since it came out. This has the apocalyptic finish. Let me get you a look at that up close. So well done. You get the ram lock there. And this is similar in dimensions to the military. Around the same lines. This has the M390 MK steel. The ram lock. Great action, very fidgety, but a solid blade for everyday carry. And then today's fixed blade, it's going to be the DCC Scamp, and that stands for Deep Cuts Cutlery. This is one of their models I liked. This is an AEBL steel. It's about a 3.5-inch blade, about 8 inches overall. Let me give you a close-up of this. It's got a nice, sharp Scandi grind on it. It's got that jute wrap with resin on there. One thing I like about this blade, too, is if you look, the handle's kind of thick, and I have really wide palms. So this blade really stays nice and locked in my hand. It doesn't want to go anywhere. Sometimes thinner handles can want to slide a little bit. This one doesn't. It stays nice and secure. It's got a 90 spine as well. It came with 2 sheaths. It came with this Kydex, but it also came with one of like the Offensive Industries sheaths, the ambidextrous deep carry. It's a nice addition. So you can put it in that way, turn it around, put it in that way too. Really cool. I don't really use this sheath much. I've been using this one and just throwing it in a backpack. I'm probably going to put, as I've said before, an ulti-clip on this. It's a nice little package. Very cool blade. So, again, blades of the day, Microtech Amphibian, and the DCC Scamp. All right, let's get to the Spyderco Militaries. All right, get these back in here for you guys. All right. I explained I've always been a massive Spyderco fan, going back years and years and years. But admittedly, the military was probably one of the ones I got into as late in the game of any model they have. This is a real legend in the folding knife world. I mean, guys, this is just a beast of a blade. This one's in CTS 204P, and it's got like a green G10 on there. The black pocket clip. And this is a liner lock. This is the one I've carried the most and got the most use out of. Very nice, easy to finger flick. A big blade and a very, very compact package. This just slips in your pocket and you don't really even feel it's there. And I have another model here. This is the Blurple. And this has the CPM S110V. Give you a look at that. This steel takes an edge and holds it for a long time. Really, really cool looking blade. All right, let me open these up while I have them here. And then the newer, we'll get to this one after, but this is Military 2. This is in crew wear. All right. So this blade, this thing is just built to work. It really is. Slicing tasks, fantastic, plain and simple. It was actually designed by Sal Glesser, the founder of Microtech. And if you've ever heard the story behind it, his design was, someone asked him, what knife would you give your kid if he was going into the military? And this is the knife he came up with. This model has been around for decades and it still holds its own in today's market. It's big, it's lightweight, and this thing can just work. It really can. So let's start with the blade. You're working with a bit over 4 inches of cutting edge, full flat grind. Spyderco does that really well. And this thing is a slicing machine, it really is. And if you want to break down cardboard, I mean, camp chores, whatever you want to do, this thing glide through material. And the best thing about Spyderco, and as you guys know, they experiment with a lot of different steels. They're like the pioneer in that sense. You can get this in S30V. You can get an S110, crew wear. You can get it in 4V. You can even get it in Rex 45 on some of the sprint runs. So you're getting either great edge retention on a really tough blade. The tip, well, the tip is fine. It does make it excellent for slicing. I wouldn't, go stabbing into something that's really tough, but I mean, I've seen videos of people slicing tires like nothing, and the tip was always fine. But it's definitely on the thin side. Let me give a close up of that. See that there? Nice thin blade stock and long. Also, as I spoke before, in 2025, they released the Military 2, which basically upgrades the classic model with a compression lock and a 4-way pocket clip. And many different steels you can get too. Me, personally, I don't have an issue with the tip down. I never did. If you notice, this is the newer version, and I left it just like it is. I think it's intuitive. When you pull the knife out of your pocket, when you go to pull it out, your thumb is right there. It's right on the Spidey hole. Whereas if it's the other side, you're kind of flipping back to get at the blade. This just up and straight out. Never bothered me. I think this kept a lot of people away from this model, but it didn't bother me at all. So action, I mean, action is better than you think. Just a big blade and a simple liner lock, but once it breaks in, it'll drop shut with a little nudge. The oversized Spidey hole makes deployment super simple. You can use it if you're wearing gloves or if it was wet out. No flippers, no bearings, no nonsense. This is just, washers. It just works. Is it fidgety? It can be. But it's just all business to me. It's really a worker. And the hand, for me, ridiculously comfortable. It's a long handle and roomy. I got XL hands. You can tell I still have some room there. So if you got gloves, this will do fine for you, right? G10 scales, I like them. They're grippy, but not super rough. Weight, super light knives. And they carry, like I said, they carry great for a bigger blade. It's a little long in the pocket, but I think I don't think you can do much better if you're going out for a day of work than with the Military. It's just a great, great time-tested design. Again, here's the blurple. Get a look at that color on there. I like the black pocket clips. And then you've got the new Military 2 with the compression lock. And that's in crew wear. Compression lock works great in this model. No worries. Very nice. Build-wise, the Military is made in Golden, Colorado. Super solid construction. It's basic. You can take it apart, clean it, tune it, whatever you want to do. This is a knife you just toss in your pack, and you can use it on a camping trip and not really think twice about beating on it. It's going to keep coming back. It's not one of Spyderco's fancy models, but to me, this knife has always been dependable. And this CTS 204P has held a great edge for me. It's all you'd ever need. Again, you just want to be a hair careful with that tip. You don't want to go crazy. I wouldn't go prying with that, that's for sure. But always been a fan. It was one of the last knives I got into from Spyderco. I wish I had gotten into them earlier because it's just such a great model. Action's good. And again, packing so much blade in a extremely compact package. I mean, it's very thin. Even when in your profile, it's not big at all. Let me just do a size comparison to the Microtech Amphibian. They're just about the same size. Spyderco's a little bit longer. Both good size blades. Let me give you some action of the thickness of the blades. Very similar as well, right? Two large folders from two great companies, in my opinion. So that's it for today, guys. Spyderco Military. I don't think you can go wrong with this blade. For me, it's a winner. A lot of times, if I'm out hiking or camping or something in the woods, I'll grab one of these with a, a similarly sized, a fixed blade. Maybe bigger, maybe smaller, but a lot of times I just end up using the Military. It's great. Food prep, it slices nice. They clean up easy. They really, really do a heck of a job for an extremely light package. Very light knives. So that's it today. Spyderco Military. You guys handled them before? Do you have one in your collection? Would you consider adding this to your EDC rotation? I highly recommend it. Definitely recommend the Spyderco Military. All right, we'll do today's movie recommendation. It's going to be the movie Romeo's Bleeding. This movie was released in 1993, and it stars my favorite actor, Gary Oldman, and Lena Olin. Oldman plays a bad cop caught in a bunch of crap that's spiraling out of control. He is insane in this movie. Lena Olin plays a crazy character you have to see to believe. I mean, there's some scenes in this movie you have to see to believe them. It's unbelievable. Fans of like neo-noir movies will like this one. It gets wild, crazy. Check it out, guys, and let me know what you think. Romeo's Bleeding. This is an older one. Gary Oldman's early work. Fantastic. So, guys, I appreciate you swinging by. Leave a comment below and drop a like if you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.